Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Panovich. I'm doing this forecast not because we're going to see great weather this weekend, but more so to put you at ease that even though the blowtorch is heading our way this weekend into early next week, I can already see a flip in the pattern developing by next weekend, which is going to be key. And so I'll get into that here as we go through this presentation. So everybody kind of knows it's just not a great setup here with this big storm system moving across the southeast with a lot of wet weather. So this is actually more of a severe weather setup going into the weekend, and there's really no chance of seeing snow or wintry weather from basically today, Friday, through middle of next week. But the end of next week, things are going to change. So I'm going to focus on the positive here because it's a pretty significant pattern change that's going to start developing by the end of next week. And I'll show you how that happens. Here's that ridge, and I mean this is a monster ridge. This is the kind of ridge that you hate to see because over the southeast you sometimes refer to this as the blowtorch, and I call it that because generally it's a bad thing to see this set up. And I'm going to try to grab my telestrator here real quickly and show you that this system has really got all the potential to be a short-lived, really thick warm-up that's going to be around probably for about 5 or 6 days. So the bad news is this southwesterly flow here is what we call the blowtorch with this big monster ridge here. But what catches my eye too is we've got a dip developing back here that eventually moves in. So this is Saturday. I'll go through Sunday, and you can see the ridge kind of dominating the southeast. If you're a skier or you love winter weather in the southeast, this is not what you want to see. That is like the worst. Get that thing out of here. But what happens in these very, what we call progressive patterns of the jet stream, big kinks, eventually it kinks the other way. The yin and yang of this thing is going to come back. So next week's very warm, but notice by the middle of the week, there's a chunk of cold air that starts coming down, and we start seeing a dip in the jet stream developing by next Saturday, Sunday. So this, though, the ridge is gone. And look what's developing, dip in the jet stream. This means cold air coming south, and also the storm track is here. So that all starts to get me excited for, possibly some wintry weather. Now, is there going to be wintry weather? Well, I think on next Saturday is looking pretty good. Here's our systems in the short term. This is the weekend system, which never really gets all the way through. It kind of gets stuck here, pushes back up as a warm front. So you can see this is not only a warm pattern, but it's really rainy through the middle of next week. But by the end of the week, I went a little too quick. You see that cold front coming through. This is next Saturday. So this system has the potential, with this strong front moving through, cold air advecting on the backside, that we're going to see some wintry weather here in the southeast. So not a great ski forecast for the next 6 to 10 days, but looking on beyond that, next weekend and beyond that, I think we're going to see a pretty significant pattern flip for the end of the month into early February, which means likely some much colder temperatures and natural snow chances, especially starting Martin Luther King weekend and beyond. So I know it's kind of drab right now, and it's tough to get excited for skiing and snow when it's this warm, but trust me, in another week, this is going to be a different story. As always, think snow and just wait out this rain and warm pattern.